Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Aberuptor, and we are going to take our desert build that we worked on to get the gas start. I haven't made any changes yet, so let's make a few changes here. Here's one little change that you might have already guessed. We're gonna take this sand mine and just remove it. I have $300,000 saved up, and I'm gonna put the sand mine right over here. And I'll explain why I'm doing this. First of all, a sand mine, how do I say this? A sand mine is not that useful unless you're doing a wine build, because the sand mine gives you the silica to make the glass, to make the wine bottles. And I can't do a wine build here because I don't have a mountain. You need a mountain to get the rest of the ingredients, like limestone and other stuff. So I am going to put a sand mine here, and the purpose of that sand mine is just to get some extra cash, because if I put a sand mine right here, it will be a green sand mine, meaning it produces quickly, and it will constantly put sand in here. My road is complete here, so what I'm going to do is put a worker house here, and I need to work on a more efficient way of getting wood. I also have my worker house complete right here, so now the worker will just come out, get the silica, put it in the warehouse pretty quick. And I don't think I'll be needing these worker houses right now. I guess I don't need this warehouse either. I would like to get some more trees now. Why is this full? Uh-oh, too much batteries. This is the sand mine. It's producing sand. We have a little bit of a bottleneck here. I think I fixed it, so now it'll sell my silica. There it goes. Or my batteries. Perfect. I want to get some more water ponds to get more trees going. So that I'm also gonna need like another builder somewhere. I'll try to get all my buildings over here. I know I don't need a road for them. I'm just putting it there anyways for now. We got some more builders now, and let's get some more lumberjacks. A couple more of them. Let's see, hang on a second. They're filling that up with the water. Yeah, they got a lot of ponds. I could even get more. This is just my style. I mean, a lot of people use this to build buildings. They create this pattern with minimal footprint. They do this kind of pattern where there's a dirt road and you connect as many buildings as you can to it. Let's put a lumberjack house in there. Probably start putting my farmhouses in there just to clean up the area up there. I like the holiday theme. I could probably even put another silica mine in there just to help speed up that money process. Since we're like pumping out energy, I might as well get another silica mine. Keep that worker busy. Good spot for it too. throwing water in the pond. When I get a couple ponds, I'll have trees constantly producing. Can only build so much at a time. I'll even start on another pond. I want to relocate that farmhouse. Alright, I'll come back when these ponds are complete and we'll work on the next build. These ponds, the sand mine, and this farmhouse. So far I've got 2 ponds complete. This will help speed up the process of getting trees. I can remove this and start on another pond. Let's see. Yeah, so now I'm going to make twice as much silica and keep this one worker busy. Eventually I'll turn that into a forklift. Actually, I won't need to. It won't be necessary later. We're just using him to get some more money right now. That way, the farmers are focusing on other stuff. Looks like our ponds are ready. More ponds. And we got another farmhouse here. I want to try to get something else going. If we could just produce enough wood quickly and efficiently, instead of producing wheat, instead of producing peppermint, we could produce lumber. A couple things have to happen. I want to get a row of trees, and I want to get a path from this area up there, and this spot right next to the water pumps. I want to put more lumber mills so that we can produce lumber quicker, because we're going to need that for our fabric plants, or our fabric plants. I could probably just get rid of some of these trees. Not that one, but this one I can get rid of, so I don't have to keep watering it. And then I want to get rid of this one too. Yep. Don't gotta water it anymore. And looks like my paved road is ready. We can build some more paved road. So I want to get a trail, a path right across here. Really, I could put builder houses like almost anywhere. I could like drop a builder house like right here. They don't require a road. I'm starting to get a good supply of wood, so I'll just tell this guy to start making lumber. And I think right here I would like to put a lumber mill. No, not a lumber mill. I want to put a lumber yard. A lot of people working it. Alright, I'll come back when some of this. Our pond is ready. Our road is ready. Waiting on the lumber yard. And I think I can get rid of this well right here and put another tree, increase my tree production. I'm just waiting on the wood for that. I see what's going on. I'm making lumber, too much lumber. That's what's going on. I need to slow that down. Not ready to make so much lumber. Not yet. Once I get this lumber yard though, it'll help and I can start pumping out a bunch of lumber. I like this when putting together a bunch of ponds like this in a straight line, it makes it pretty easy for putting trees up. I could even put another lumberjack now that I have so many trees. I've been selling silica pretty frequently, so that silica farm's working really well. Got my lumber yard. And I want to work on this road some more too. Try to get a road so they have easier access to the trees. So with dirt roads and paved roads, I prefer to build paved roads if I can afford it. If I'm having like cash difficulties, then I'm not going to build a paved road. But I had accumulated some cash, so I'm not because if you try to build paved dirt roads and then when you go to upgrade them later when you're in like the final-ish build, it's sometimes it's easy to upgrade, but sometimes it's also challenging. They're getting wood a lot faster now. I like it. I could probably turn this lumber mill on. I don't want to keep this farmhouse here. So I'm giving the lumberjacks a path to get wood much more efficiently, and then I want to keep the lumber mill turned on. I need to give him a path too. Actually, we could also probably eventually we could start working on another lumber mill. Pretty cool how we have like automatic. This is really this oil seep is really beneficial to a player that doesn't have NFTs. I think it's a big deal because it creates a situation, a couple situations. It creates one situation where we can pump out batteries because of the crude oil, and it creates another situation where we can pump out gasoline without having to rely on a oil pump. So, but I just gotta sell those last peppermints. But I think I can destroy this now. Oh, not yet. I gotta sell some lumber. I can sell lumber as soon as my truck comes back. I want to get it out of the way because I don't want it to be on this side. This is going to be more like my farming side over here, and then down here will be like industrial stuff. Deserts are great. The problem is it's a slow start, especially if you don't have NFTs. Got a few more roads here. There we go. And I would like to put another lumber mill here. Trying to make it as efficient as possible to create lumber. Ooh, I want to upgrade this road just because I can. And if I could get, let's see here, if I could get some wool production going, that would speed up the cash flow quite a bit. I just don't like where this one's located. It was useful at the time, I guess, but I'm not gonna keep it there. It's kind of out of the way for my system. I think he's not even getting any lumber. Oh, there you go. I think he got a lumber just now, or wood. And once he puts that lumber away, if you blow it up, if you blow up the building before he puts the lumber away, you lose the lumber. +1 lumber. Now I can delete that. And it's just a more efficient system with just these two here. Wait a minute. I have too many lumberjacks. My bad. If they're starting to like drift off to their houses, that means you have too many. Or you need more trees, one of the two. Give them more work or get rid of some lumberjacks. Actually, I get rid of this lumberjack here. Looks like road is ready. Got some wells. Those will be useful. I gotta just get this pond. Got a pond here. This pond should be ready here soon. I can start building some trees now. This rock is 40 grand. Not ready to get rid of that rock just yet. And I think I'll just get rid of all the peppermints now. They're stopping work. Oh, because I'm not selling fast enough. I'm gonna have to build another trade depot. If you ever want to, like, a little tip, if you want to just check and see how much water that cell is getting, for 250 bucks you can check. Sugarcane requires 8 water, so If you just place a sugar cane real quick, I know I'm getting 5 water right there on that plot. So I could just blow that up. It's only cost me $250, so. And then I know that when I complete this pond, that 5 will turn into 7. Cool. I'm making, I'm overproducing wood, which is a good thing, because I don't want to have a lack of wood when I run into of these. That also tells me I could probably put another lumber mill in there. It's not a bad idea. It'll improve my money-making system here. Let's do that as soon as I get 50K. Lumber sells for quite a bit. Let's see, lumber sells for 13,500. It's a pretty good method of getting money. I don't know if it's good enough for a primary method because it requires so many elements. Unless you have some kind of NFTs. Like if you have like a water bot to water your trees constantly, and you can get trees to throw into your lumber mill, great. Or a lumber mill might also be something to consider after you have a water pump, maybe. Yeah, so it could be a good investment because ultimately early on you're going to need a lumber mill to get your power plant. So this could be an effective way of producing income actually. It might even be an overlooked way of producing income. A lot of people jump to things like grapes and stuff, but lumber mill's pretty effective tool. Maybe we'll do a build with a lumber mill rush. That'd be pretty cool. We could do a lumber mill rush build with a water bot. That'd be awesome. Mr. Puddles. I'm down to 9K right now. I just sent off, I got 2 things that are off selling right now, which is great. I know they sell for at least 10K each. And I'm getting to a point where I can start my wool production. It's oh, my wood shed's full. I think I'm gonna get rid of that wood shed. I don't like it. Oh. So I have more ponds. I think I can put another tree here. I'm not sure if oh wow, that's a lot of water. I'm not sure if wool yarn can be make top 400 on. It'd be interesting. I guess if you could sell fast enough and produce enough gas, you could do it on a desert. So it's something to consider. You could produce a lot of gasoline on a desert. If you have enough trade depots or a quick enough timer, I would say it has a chance, but I haven't tested it in the competition, so I'm gonna plug away at this a little bit more. I want to try to get some kind of wool up and running before I go to bed. Got the sheep, got the feed mill. Now this is the part where if you have a wheat NFT, the wheat stand, you can just keep filling up the feed mill automatically. Well, I guess if I get 2 feed mills, I would need 2 ranchers. We'll see how that works out. And I'm going to need another silo though. Build some terrain there, so I can get them a storehouse for the wheat, or for the wool from the sheep gets stored in the storehouse. Ooh, that was expensive. think we'll be okay. Alright, so I got a pond here. I think I can probably get that that wheat field to work. I just wanted to get wool production started a bit. And now the rancher is starting to go for that wheat. Should take it to the feed mill, but I'm gonna need more. I wonder if I can get one more sheep pen in there. That would be good. Cool, I got my storehouse. Got a pretty efficient system going. Alright, I got 2 more farms here. But I noticed the farmer went to sleep. That's not good. That means I need more wheat. Cool, so I got some more wells. I need this pond. It's got 6 water. And then I can expedite this process here a little bit. Probably enough to prevent these ranchers from falling asleep. Cool, I got my pond right there. So now I can fit some more. I can fit some more. So I got my mouse. I can fit some more wheat in there. I think we'll see. I don't know how much wheat I can fit in there, but hopefully enough to make this work. I want to get rid of this rock. Last thing I want to get rid of before I go to bed. 2 minutes would be good. I wonder if I can put more. Yes, I got another wheat field in there. Got a lot of wheat flowing in, which is great. Cool, I got 13 grand. Good to go. And I'm up to 4 wool now. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed now. I'll leave this running. Get a big stash of cash for tomorrow. Welcome back, guys. And new day. I let it run overnight. Just running, and it's been producing quite a bit of money. As you can see, I'm at 7 million now. So we got plenty of money to work with to build this out a little bit better. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we could work on making more wheat, making more sheeps. More sheep pens here. Got plenty of wood. My builders are going out. Let's go ahead and clean up all these scrubs. Might as well get another sheep pen going. And another sheep pen. Got plenty of wheat. Let's get rid of this wheat farm here and this wheat farm. Put a sheep pen here. I can just kind of request all the buildings that I want. Don't have to worry about money anymore. I want to put a pond here. Cool. Might as well throw a well over here. And get rid of that rock now, no problem. Oh yeah, we could actually start building fabric plants now. Want another lumber mill here. And I'm gonna shut down a lumber mill for now, just so I can get more wood. Or use more of my wood. There we go. I want to put a fabric plant here. I'll just make this road stretch across to this road over here, so that trying to create a path so that when the ATVs get the wool, they bring it closer to where the fabric plants are at.
It's a Link Up production.
I think I could just tell this fabric plant to start making wool yarn. She's gonna want to store the wool yarn in a warehouse, and this warehouse right here is being used for batteries and silica. I might have to just stop my silica operation. That way I'm not bottlenecking the warehouse. not like it matters. You could just drop as many builders as you want when you've accumulated so much money. Probably gonna need a lot more ATVs. I got 2 being built right now. I'm gonna put another one here. By the way, it's normally not advisable to just request all your builds like this. Normally not. But in this case, I'm kind of sort of just messing around. Kind of sort of. I'm building I'm proposing a wool yarn kind of build here. Potentially. It can always be upgraded and tweaked and all that stuff, but whenever you request something to build, though, you should try to focus on one structure at a time. Not try to build multiple structures, because then all your workers just go everywhere. There's also some, like, if you have 2 builds you're working on, there is some logic to it. Like, maybe all your lumber and wood has been utilized already. Then other workers will go get the batteries for this build while they're waiting on that, you know. So there is some logic to it. Like right now they're just grabbing whatever resources they can get and taking it to whatever they can find. Cool, I got some ATVs going. The fabric plant is making wool yarn now, at least trying to. It's grabbing wool. It's looking better. I'll just put ATVs right across this row right here. I haven't even put a dent in the money I had. I'm at 5 million, 9,000, 5 million, 5.9 mil. Cool, so a lot of our stuff is complete now. Bunch of ATVs, some paved roads. Another pond. Looks pretty cool, look at all those balloons. Wool yarn gives you 2250. That's for 10 wool yarn. How many wool yarn do you need to make a uniform though? Oops, not that building. You need 1 wool yarn to make a uniform. Uniforms only give you 5,600. This is interesting. Uniforms only give you 5,600 stars. I'm thinking maybe you could pump out wool yarn twice as fast as you could pump out uniforms. Uniforms require cotton yarn, 3 cotton yarn, 1 wool yarn. That's interesting theory. I haven't quite put it to the test ever, but if you could sell wool yarn more than twice as fast as you could sell uniforms, wool yarn would be viable, and you would not need any cotton yarn. You would not need the 3 energy. You would just need the 1 energy. That's pretty cool. You could just have a bunch of wool yarn factories. You would need to produce a lot of wool. I don't know if anybody's ever tested that. Alright, looks like we completed more buildings. Our fabric plant here. All these fabric plants. Paved road. I meant to make this a little bit shorter. I have room for another fabric plant here. I was trying to fit 2 fabric plants in here, but I forgot about the road issue. Actually, you know what? I can cancel that and destroy this. Just put a road here and then I can fit 2 fabric plants. Might as well upgrade that. And I'll put all these fabric plants to wool yarn. Pretty good system here. Wool yarn sells for a lot. It sells for 242,000 every time we sell 10 wool yarn. And we have lumber production. Each fabric facility only requires 1 lumber. Not a whole lot of lumber. I'm gonna put some more fabric plants. So they're getting the wool from here. It seems like the only thing slowing them down is the wool. So I would have to speed up the wool production. Let's see if I can expedite that. I know I can put 1 more sheet pen here. And I can get more ATVs going. we're getting enough wheat, so that's good. I do see another bottleneck situation. If this farm, so part of like building towns, putting together ideas and seeing how it works, as you see the town work and operate, you can kind of like come up with better ideas. So this whole town could be, how do I say this? Like, see this operation over here where they're putting the wood away and they store the wood there? Either I can move this wood operation over to this area over here, somewhere over here, and if that's not very feasible, I could somehow move this whole, how do I say, like, I can move this whole operation over here with the wool, with the creation of wool and the wheat. I can move that whole operation over here, and then shift over the tree gathering operation a little bit, so that way when the sheep pens need wood, they don't have to drive their ATV all the way over to this lumber yard. So what I'm trying to say is we can put the lumber yard closer to the sheep pens so that they don't have to travel as far. You mitigate that travel distance. When I was putting this together, I did make the some of the tree farms close to the sheep pens. So let's see if he picks up a piece of wood. You see how he takes it right over here to the sheep pen. And I'm also noticing he has to walk all the way around there to put the wood in there. So I could rotate this just like this, and I could rotate this here, rotate this. So this way he doesn't have to walk all the way around to put the wood away. There. Just kind of experimenting with that stuff. So this sheep pen right here needs a piece of wood. I'm curious who's going to bring that, how they're going to bring it. So he's bringing some wood up here. He goes across. And notice how he doesn't have to wrap all the way around the sheep pen anymore. He just comes in through the side, drops the wood. And we could even, I'm thinking maybe it would be better to have these sheep pens facing each other like this. Maybe. Just like that. And like this. So that way if multiple lumberjacks come in here to drop off wood, they would go to one sheep pen and then they would turn around and go to the other sheep pen. Oops. I don't know if I could put another sheep pen here right now. I would need another water source, like right here. Yeah. But it's pretty good so far. Little things like that help speed up the process. Creating shorter paths. I could even, well, I could create some more lumber. And I could rotate these two lumber mills. Right there. We'll just rotate these around. Looking pretty good. It's a little bit, it's definitely creating a lot more money now. It's more developed build. And then if you like this type of build, you can turn it into whatever you want. If this gives you ideas for a build you'd like to put together, you can go ahead and do that. Alright, so We have another fabric plant here. I'm gonna put that on wool yarn. ATV. These ranchers, they have to work pretty hard to get wheat to the feed mill. It's a pretty big delay. So what I'm getting at is having a wheat stand is almost necessary if you're going to be competing in the weekly competition. Almost, it's if you're working with sheep pens in any form, there's a big difference between having to have this wheat farm and having ranchers come over to the silo to get the wheat, put it into the feed mill. All that can be eliminated with a wheat stand. And then, like I mentioned, this lumber yard could be situated in a place where both the ranchers, they have a shorter access, so they don't have to travel like all the way over here to get wood. You want that to be like a quick process. This setup here though, with the trees in a straight line like that, and then providing a path like this for the lumberjacks to go get the trees, that's a really efficient process. I like that. Also notice how I have the straight pond going across, and I'm not just using one side of it, I'm actually taking advantage of both sides of it. So that's also another benefit. You want to try to maximize both sides of the pond if you can. And my fabric plants are over here, and I think this is fine. They do have to walk a little bit, but at least I give them a road path to go get the lumber, to get the storehouse. All these different processes, if you can speed them up by creating a shorter path. And also this oil seep, like I mentioned before, it's extremely useful if you don't have an NFT that produces crude oil. The ability to create energy automatically for free is really powerful. Keep in mind though, you can also shift this holding over to the right a little bit, and you can produce twice as much energy if you need to. So that could be a valuable asset. And you could probably create twice as much oil. With that in mind, you may not necessarily need to create, how do I say this? You may not necessarily need to produce, at least I'm theorizing here, you may not need to produce like uniforms or wool, or what is it, uniforms or boost steel or something. Maybe not. Maybe there's other things that would work theoretically. Like if you were to produce a bunch of gasoline, maybe you could have like several of these trade depots going, like 4 trade depots, and you or more, and you could just use your free energy to pump out a bunch of silica like crazy, and you could just make this giant silica farm. I'm sure somebody's done it, at least I would imagine. And you could just create silica farms everywhere and just have forklifts, and you could just create a bunch of batteries. That sounds pretty cool. I may have to make a build like that. Just because you have all this space, and when you start using this space, you have limited space, and when you start using your space for something like uniforms, for example, well, now you need not just trees, you also need cotton. You also need, well, you're going to need a wheat field. If you don't have a wheat stand. So those are things to consider. I just think it's interesting. I haven't tried any of that stuff, but sometimes you got to think outside the box and try different things to see what works. Because if you're running a build with no NFTs, well, you got some things to your advantage here. You got that wheel seat, which is very powerful, and you have the ability to get a lot of free energy. You could, like, I'm doing free energy with two power plants. You could amp that up a lot. And the interesting thing is, when you're talking about batteries and silica, both of those resources are managed with a forklift. So you could have a road system, forklifts, just filling up the warehouses with silica. And if not even a minute, if every 30 seconds you're sending off silica, maybe that would be enough to rank in like the top 400. I don't know. It's just interesting stuff. So throwing out some ideas there. I don't know if any of that would work. I haven't tried it yet. It takes time to put this stuff together. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the more advanced type of build. Just to kind of give you some ideas, things to work with. We definitely created a build where, well, it's sustainable. Like, you can leave it overnight running. You don't got to manage it. It just keeps going. It creates a lot of money. I'm selling wool yarn now, which sells for 240,000 each. Wool yarn here, 242,500. So, and it doesn't sell. And you know the rate, it's not like it's selling every few seconds, or not even every 30 seconds, maybe not even every minute. It takes time to generate that stuff. So if you could sell something like silica at a quick rate, let me just check real quick the stars on silica. Silica is oh, never mind. That was a bad example. It's only 20 stars. Scratch that. Okay, we could just throw that idea out. I think I checked it. Oh wait, no, 200 stars. But still, it's not a lot. Chardonnay grapes give you 800 stars. Flour gives you 1,200 stars. Cotton yarn gives you 1,600 stars. That's quite a bit of stars there. Blue steel gives you a ton of stars though, 680,000. That's really interesting. That's got my attention. 680,000 stars for blue steel. I am interested in that. You would need a mine for that. That's pretty fascinating. I might have to put together a blue steel build just because that's got my attention. Cake is a lot, but cake is a pain in the butt to make. So many requirements, like salt, butter, batter, whatever. It's crazy. Blue steel is not that crazy though. That's got my attention. I might mess with blue steel. That looks competition worthy. All right, so thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope you got some good ideas watching this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care, guys.